got some breaking news. As you can see, I'm looking rough, but oh well. P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs has just been arrested in New York. Yes, after a grand jury indictment. Yeah, for sex trafficking allegations. Let's see if we can get a video. Ooh, baby, that is this late night.
Bro. I want to go homecoming. I want to go homecoming. I'm just be there to support Diddy.
Why can't I find a video?
See if she win homecoming queen. There's no her big kids up. It's not going in my. I don't got no different. No other base. You don't know the base like this. I don't want to unplug this monitor. Can I unplug it? Push it to the other, like right.
Yeah.
Let me think of myself. Yeah.
Hey.
I'm gonna give me a stool and look, find some homecoming dresses.
Find a video. Somebody got a video. Move that. So as you can see, Sean P. Diddy Combs arrested of alleged sexual assault. This is breaking news. Breaking news. Trying to find a video. Girl, I don't care.
This the new mouse? Right here?
Yeah, that's been in the drawer.
I'm gonna use it because that mouse broke. You can't even scroll. I can't wait for homecoming. I don't know what's okay. So what did I unplug?
No, see, we don't want this. We need the new video.
Oh, no, look. I thought I unplugged the monitor. Who you talking about, me? I was talking about can I unplug the monitor, but I didn't unplug the monitor. I unplugged the computer charger.
Like, it ain't even breaking news on Twitter. Somebody has it.
For homecoming dress.
But here goes Sean Combs arrested after grand jury indictment.
We had a homecoming too early.
Sean Diddy Combs was arrested in Manhattan on Monday, which is today, after a grand jury indicted the hip-hop mogul. The arrest follows Homeland Security raids on the Bad Boys' former homes in late March, seemingly triggered by a wave of sexual abuse lawsuits against him. This comes a year after Cassie filed her, her essay abuse. Let me see. You know what? Let me go back to what's his name video. I know he got it. Right here.
Who just Sean P. Diddy.
I don't know what he watching this on. Can't
by a
find
federal
it.
grand jury and was just taken into custody in Manhattan.
Wow, Diddy Glover was indicted in New York, ladies and gentlemen, in Manhattan. You kept walking around in New York thinking that you could stroll. You didn't have to give a shit. Pure survival. Motherfuckers had to be afraid of you. He had bull skates. Pure survival. This is breaking news. Right now, Diddy Glover, ladies and gentlemen, is indicted. They indicted him. So they got the freak off tapes. Judge Mathis, Pure Survival. You better hope they don't got you butt naked in that freak off dungeon.
Oh, wow.
Everybody that was in that freak off dungeon that was doing all that nasty shit, Jennifer Lopez, they coming for you next. Pure Survival. I don't care how much you and Ben Affleck try to hug and kiss now. It's too fucking late. Diddy is telling on everybody. Jay-Z in the hair. You in the hair, Jay-Z. And Beyonce, y'all next. I'm sorry. Pure Survival.
So major breaking news to tell you about. Sean P. Diddy Combs has been arrested, according to TMZ, according to the New York Times. He was indicted in New York by a federal grand jury and was just taken into custody in Manhattan. As we know, he's been the subject of an investigation for some time now, Marla.
Fox 11 was first on the scene, in fact, in March. Here's that shot from Sky Fox when federal agents raided his Holmby Hills. So this is connected to that raid. There was also a raid of his property in Miami. His team tonight, his attorney putting out a statement saying, quote, he is the imperfect person but is not criminal, and goes on to say that they are disappointed with the decision to...
They are disappointed. Diddy Glover, your lawyers are disappointed that they locked you up. What made you think? What made your lawyers think? You know what I'm saying? You guys is just doing it for the money. Pure survival. There's so many witnesses, so many freak off tapes, so much sperm cells, and the trauma. They done locked up some of the butt naked gay vampires that be upside down, where you got to have garlic on your neck in the freak off dungeons. You got some of the butt naked gay vampires testifying against you, Diddy Glover. The freak off sex working mermaids, all of them is coming to court. This is gonna be crazy.
Fox
Justin Bieber,
11.
you in the fucking hair. You
find
going, Usher, you in the skates. Pure survival.
Fox 11. I'm gonna find it. Cause some of that video is terrible. Breaking news.
They know they did us wrong.
Here we go, right here. Top story.
Why they make your ass wear black?
Where black when?
For homecoming.
Here you go, y'all. Found the video.
I don't want no black for homecoming.
Sean Diddy Combs arrested in New York. Breaking news tonight.
Some major breaking news to tell you about. Sean P. Diddy Combs has been arrested, according to TMZ, according to the New York Times. He was indicted in New York by a federal grand jury and was just taken into custody in Manhattan. As we know, he's been the subject of an investigation for some time now, Marla.
Fox 11 was first on the scene, in fact, in March. Here's that shot from Sky Fox when federal agents raided his Holmby Hills. So this is connected to that raid. There was also a raid of his property in Miami. His team tonight, his attorney putting out a statement saying, quote, he is the imperfect person but is not criminal, and goes on to say that they are disappointed with the decision to pursue what they believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs.
So we're going to have a lot more on this throughout the night here on Fox 11.
Well, let's watch that again because I messed it up a little bit.
Some major breaking news to tell you about. Sean P. Diddy Combs has been arrested, according to TMZ, according to the New York Times. He was indicted in New York by a federal grand jury and was just taken into custody in Manhattan. As we know, he's been the subject of an investigation for some time now, Marla.
Fox 11 was first on the scene, in fact, in March. Here's that shot from Sky Fox when federal agents raided his Holmby Hills. So this is connected to that raid. There was also a raid of his property in Miami. His team tonight, his attorney putting out a statement saying, quote, he is the imperfect person but is not criminal, and goes on to say that they are disappointed with the decision to pursue what they believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs.
So we're going to have a lot more on this throughout the night here on Fox 11.
I'm really out disappointed in a criminal. Disappointed. What? Y'all, P.
Tonight
Diddy
after
is
she was
in
recently
jail.
caught on camera pepper spraying.
Yeah. in jail. Breaking news, locked up. He locked up, they're not letting him out. They're not letting him out. Look. Sean Diddy Combs arrested in Manhattan after grand jury indictment 42 minutes ago. Literally. Don't try to apologize now. Y'all see, y'all may didn't see this. Like, don't try to apologize now.
I'm stuck. I mean, I hit rock bottom.
Yep, and they done rock bottom
I make
you.
no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, bet you are sorry. Well,
I've said this before and I'll say this again. The music industry's YouTube movement is so passive. It's so passive. The same reason why it's late is the same reason why many of these abusers have been able to have this room to take advantage of people who they quote unquote feel like they have power over. These people are just trying to make their dreams a reality, trying to break into a really hard industry to break into, trying to align with people who look like them to get into rooms that they wouldn't have had access to beforehand. And so for them to abuse that trust, abuse that power, abuse these relationships is sick.
it's so loud. But yeah, this is the Huffman. He said he was arrested after being indicted by the Manhattan grand jury. It says it's unclear what the charges are in the indictment, but I've read that they are for sexual allegations right here.
Okay, have me look at my homecoming dress. Have me look at my homecoming dress. I'm
All
not, I'm
right,
not
yep.
going like,
Hello from Great
I'm not,
Britain.
I don't know how to say it. I'm not,
So yes, tonight,
yes, I'm going to support
breaking news, Journey Hush arrested on federal charges at a hotel in New York on with the actual trafficking investigation. Said the disgraced rapper was taken into custody by Homeland Security investigators at the Park Hyatt, New York, following a grand jury indictment. The hip hop mogul has fully cooperated and voluntarily came to New York in anticipation of the charges. Page 6 learned he was being processed at 26 Federal Plaza in the Big Apple. The charges are currently unclear. Combs is expected to be arraigned in Manhattan federal court on Tuesday. We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution. Cut it out. Of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney General. What? An attorney for Combs. Sean P. Diddy Combs is a music icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man, and proven philanthropist who has spent the last 30 years building an empire, enduring his children and working. Yeah, and unaliving a lot of people, allegedly, and beating people. Combs, 54, has been at the forefront of actual misconduct allegations ever since his ex-girlfriend, Cassidy Ventura, sued him for rape and physical abuse in November 2023. She says she was routinely abused and mistreated her in there and forced her to have sex with the male workers in the course of their 10-year relationship. She say he already her in 2018, but of course he settled with her. But then they just brought along other lawsuits that we heard from Sloan Bella, the medium or whatever you want to call her, that Kim had told her that these things were going to happen. So, but yes, sad now. Yeah, so yeah, breaking news, he was arrested. According to TMZ. You know, TMZ got all the scoop.
Some major breaking news to tell you about. Sean P. Diddy Combs has been arrested, according to TMZ. According to the New York Times, he was indicted in New York by a federal grand jury and was just taken into custody in Manhattan. As we know, he's been the subject of an investigation for some time now, Marla.
Fox 11 was first on the scene, in fact, in March. Here's that shot from Sky Fox when federal agents raided his Holmby Hills. So this is connected to that raid. There was also a raid of his property in Miami. His team tonight, his attorney putting out a statement saying, quote, he is an imperfect person but is not criminal, and goes on to say that they are disappointed with the decision to pursue what they believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs.
So we're going to have a lot more on this throughout the night here on Fox 11.
I bet.
Yeah, it was just about 9:15 this morning that...
What? Honey, get off my life. First of all, I have a career. And if you would have been here earlier, you would have seen me there. Yes, finally. What you said, Wendy, girl. Right, girl. Right, let's watch it again for Sean. I'm talking about why I'm talking about Diddy. Forget you and Diddy. Talking about him because everybody else talking about him. He's trending right now. He wanna be the man, right? Here he go. Here go his chance right here.
Some major breaking news to tell you about. Sean P. Diddy Combs has been arrested, according to TMZ. According to the New York Times, he was indicted in New York by a federal grand jury and was just taken into custody in Manhattan. As we know, he's been the subject of an investigation for some time now, Marla.
Fox 11 was first on the scene, in fact, in March. Here's that shot from Sky Fox when federal agents raided his Holmby Hills. So this is connected to that raid. There was also a raid of his property in Miami. His team tonight, his attorney putting out a statement saying, quote, he is an imperfect person but is not criminal, and goes on to say that they are disappointed with the decision to pursue what they believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs.
So we're going to have a lot more on.
Damn, these people don't cut it out talking about unjust. What a joke. Unjust. Nothing's unjust. Yeah, it's breaking news everywhere. Chicago Sun-Times after federal indictment. Right here, another one with Chicago Sun-Times. This literally just happened tonight. Look, they put it at 9:31 Central. It's just 10:01 Central Time now. So, yep, this happened in New York. He is an imperfect person, but he is not a criminal. Get out of here. I don't cut it out. He not a criminal, so... Okay. I beg to differ. Okay, here's Rolling Stone. Sean Puffy Combs arrested after grand jury indictment. Breaking news, 8:55 p.m. So he thought he was going to be Mr. Get Away With It. Mr. Got Away With It. Mr. Take That, Take That. Nope, nope, nope. Yep, Mr. Take This indictment. So it says ranging from actual trafficking to actual assaults. It say his attorney, Aaron Dyer, called the race a gross overuse of military level force and a witch hunt. But he's been arrested, indicted that means they have something. They just don't indict people. They just don't indict people. It says several people who spoke to Rolling Stone described Combs as a serial predator who used his fame, fortune, industry status, and reputation as a fun-loving party host to hide a violent temper and disturbing narcissistic behavior for decades. His fall for grace began with Victoria's lawsuit, where she claimed that Combs routinely physically attacked her and forced her to have drug-fueled intercourse with male workers during arrangements he dubbed freak-offs throughout their 10-year relationship. She also detailed 2016 physical assault at the Los Angeles hotel after a freak-off, which was later confirmed by an unearthed hotel surveillance video that I just showed y'all. Rewind it if you didn't see it. That shows Combs chasing after a fleeing Ventura. He is seen throwing her to the ground, kicking and stumping on her before he attempts to drag her away, later throwing a glass vase in her direction. Although Combs' attorney previously called Ventura's 35-page lawsuit a shakedown riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, Combs issued a video apology after the video surfaced, saying he was at rock bottom and was truly sorry for his behavior in the disturbing footage. Yeah. In response, Ventura lawyer called him we already know, pathetic. Like, so yeah, breaking news. My phone is on 14%, so I wasn't planning on being on here long. I just came on here to bring the breaking news that everybody else in America is talking about. And he wanted to give this half-ass apology because he thought he was just going to be Mr. Got Away With It. And this does have, disturbing, so I'm not going to show that anymore. But yes, again, he was arrested in Manhattan on numerous allegations today. Breaking news. Has been accused of at least 9 different lawsuits as of August 2024. So his attorney talking about they disappointed. Well, yeah. Well, be right on disappointed then. I'm trying to figure out why they don't have a video on ABC. They talking about Trump second assassination tip. And if they don't tell you a reason that you need to be voting for him, they keep on trying to kill this man, which should tell you something. Something. Vote for him. Save our country. This was another video when his house was raided. They actually raided all 3 of his homes. They just showed us 2. Yeah, I bet he wish he never met her, huh? She probably was right there hurt. She probably had a black eye under that hair. We wouldn't know. Yeah, called the allegation sickening, but now breaking news, he's just been arrested. So it can be sickening all you want, sir, but yeah. So here's the video before I get up off of here again, because I'm not going to keep showing the same video. But breaking news, Sean Diddy Combs arrested in New York tonight. Breaking news.
On this throughout the night here on Fox 11. Some major breaking news to tell you about. Sean P. Diddy Combs has been arrested, according to TMZ. According to the New York Times, he was indicted in New York by a federal grand jury and was just taken into custody in Manhattan. As we know, he's been the subject of an investigation for some time now, Marla.
Fox 11 was first on the scene, in fact, in March. Here's that shot from Sky Fox when federal agents raided his Holmby Hills. So this is connected to that raid. There was also a raid of his property in Miami. His team tonight, his attorney putting out a statement saying, quote, he is an imperfect person but is not criminal, and goes on to say that they are disappointed with the decision to pursue what they believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs.
So we're going to have a lot more.
So yeah, y'all, I'm about to get up off of here, but yeah, breaking news. P. Diddy arrested tonight. Oh, also breaking news, the attempt on Trump. We know it's been confirmed that it was an inside job, but we already knew that. We know these people was trying to, we already knew that. I'm on here late because I have a career now. Educating. But yeah, I wanted to touch on the Trump assassination. I'm glad Florida decided to open up their own investigation. So the FBI can, so the FBI won't get away with trying to cover it up. Yeah. But yeah, they already called it that there was gonna be more assassination attempts. And P. Diddy doesn't have a bail either. No bail. So yeah. Breaking news. P. Diddy is, so I don't know who he made this mad this last time, but honey. The big head, the big wig people like, it's time to let him go. It's time to let him go. Is it this one I want to show about Trump, or is it? And then I already said that Diddy was hiding money and assets in Kim Porter's daddy name. Yeah, all kind of stuff he doing, honey. And then I can show you that because, you know, I like to show receipts. People, you know, like, you lying. Like, you lying.
Your team comes to work.
For what? What you gonna lie for? Why do I have to lie? He was allegedly hiding money and assets in Kim's dead father's name. So now it make me wonder, did he know really what happened to his daughter? And did he sell his daughter out for money? Because ain't no way you're not knowing these assets in your name. You definitely know, oh, I went from broke to having hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in my name and assets that I know I don't own. Yeah. Some fishy with Kim Porter, daddy, friends, everybody that was surrounding her. They all fishy and seemed like was scared to speak out against him. I'm glad Cassie spoke up. Definitely I'm glad she spoke up. Oh, and then as far as the allegations, you know, first it was Cassie, you know, the 2016 assault. Then it says following Ventura's lawsuit, just as New York's Adult Surviving Act was set to expire, two more women stepped forward on Thanksgiving Day with similar disturbing claims against Combs. Joy Dickerson Neal alleged Combs drugged and SA'd her when she was a Syracuse University student in 1991. The woman claimed Combs filmed the incident and showed the video to others in a act described as revenge porn. Through a rep, Combs denied the allegations. This last-minute lawsuit is an example of how a well-known law can be turned on its head. This 32-year-old story is made up and not credible. It's purely a money grab and nothing else. Then it said the second woman, Liz Gardner, claimed she was 16 years old when Combs and songwriter Aaron Hall took turns raping her following an Uptown record event in 1990. She further claimed that a day later, Combs turned irate and began assaulting and choking her until she almost passed out because she was worried she might indulge what happened. These are fabricated claims falsely alleging misconduct for over 30 years ago, from over 30 years ago, and filed at last minute. But now here we are, breaking news. He locked up. It says in December, a fourth accuser, which was Bad Boy President Harvey Pierce and the third man, gang raped her at Combs' New York recording studio in 2003 when she was 17. In February, music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones sued Combs for SA harassment and not compensating him for work on the Grammy-nominated The Love album. And then on May 21st, model Crystal McKinney became the sixth person to sue Combs within a span of 6 months. She claimed Combs drugged her and forced her to perform or X on him at his New York recording studio in 2023. I said 2023. In 2003. In early July, former Hustler club dancer Adrena English claims that Combs trafficked her at his legendary white parties when she allegedly expected to engage in sexual activities with guests. And the week before Combs' arrest, former Danny Kane member Don Richards sued Combs, collaborating Ventura's claims of physical abuse, alleging that Combs had repeatedly groped her and sexually harassed her as well as threatened her life. Combs has denied any wrongdoing in each case. Still, he stepped down from the chairperson of his Revolt Media and sold his stake in the company as more than a dozen companies fled his e-commerce platform. In January, the liquor giant Diego cut him loose in a private settlement under which Combs will no longer be a joint owner of the tequila brand alone or have any ties to Ciroc vodka. And yes, so like I said, this is breaking news everywhere. It's New York, Yahoo News, arrested in New York. Like I said, breaking news everywhere. The story is just gonna keep on going. And then this is another news outlet, New Channel 5, Fox 5. The same story it looked like.
Breaking news, Sean Diddy Combs was taken into federal custody in New York. This according to TMZ. They're reporting that the rapper was taken to the FBI field office in Manhattan. It appears this is in connection with the ongoing criminal investigation into alleged sex trafficking. It previously led to search warrants being executed at Diddy's homes in Beverly Hills and Miami. This is a developing story, and we will continue to bring you the very latest here on air.
All right, and so I may not be bringing you the latest on air because I'm not a news anchor, but I brought you the latest so far. So yes, P Diddy, Sean Combs, P Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy Combs, all these names he want to be Puffy, was taken into custody for the sexual allegations, the sexual trafficking, and all that. Could be facing life in prison. So prayers to all the people that were victimized over the years, and to the people that weren't victimized but I claim to be victimized. God will take care of you. But either way it go, I do know that there were lots of people that were victimized by this man, and you get what you get. God, don't act like you God, and don't play with God. Jehovah God, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, people want to play God out here, and yeah, God gonna play with you. That 2024, everything is being exposed. Everything, even fake presidential, you know, they're trying to assassinate Trump. That man waited in the bushes for 12 hours to try to assassinate Trump. Got a Biden Harris sticker on the back of his truck of his Hawaii home. How do he live in the most expensive state in the United States but don't have an employment? but donated to Act Blue all these years. Who been paying for all this? The Democrats. So yeah, I'm gonna come back in the morning with this. I just wanted to come with the breaking news, but yeah, the Trump assassination thing. They yeah. Everybody talking about it. Everybody is live right now talking about P. Diddy arrested. Everybody. Like, I mean, it's not too much like information you can talk about it. Like, look, now I need to go ahead and review her 35 or 46 page lawsuit that I never like reviewed because so many people was reviewing it. But it's like, now that he's been arrested, I'll definitely review it now. Like, that's when I be wanting to review stuff, when they done been arrested, like indicted. Like, but yeah, let's look at this inside job real quick on the Trump, a second attempt on his life. And then I'm gonna get out of here because my phone is on 7%.
Inside of a sniper's den, when nobody knew where the hell Donald Trump was that day. His schedule was not public. It was OTR, off the record, meaning the president moves very fluidly and sort of in the cover of darkness. It would be virtually impossible to track Donald Trump's whereabouts. How the hell did the shooter know where he was? We're going to cover all that. Thankfully, Donald Trump survived. The shooter could have killed the president and clearly wanted to kill the president, as was his stated goal in many social media posts. This guy has a very strange past, was hunted down by the authorities, thankfully, in the state of Florida, and then arrested. Now, on our show yesterday, during the breaking news, where we
look at
this car, the guy voted for Democrats across corporate media, calling it an incident instead of an assassination attempt, and saying his motivations are unclear.
Right.
The guy had a Kamala Harris sticker on his car. Put it up. The guy had a Kamala Harris sticker on his car. The guy voted for Democrats. I want you to see it. Here's a guy's truck sitting in his driveway.
In Hawaii.
Joe Biden, Kamala Harris sticker on the damn car. You were seeing Time Magazine this morning. Got
in
community
Hawaii.
Noted into the Sun. But still, Time Magazine this morning saying, we don't know his political ideology. We'll never know. We may never know. You can see what they're trying to do here. There's one reason why they might not be able to pull it off, and that's because of our show yesterday. I'm not here to egregiously pat ourselves on the back, but I am here to sort of plant a flag and say how important this audience is, how much we care about you, and why we're so thankful for you. On our show yesterday, Eric Prince made this very harsh declarative statement that Ron DeSantis, Governor DeSantis, must declare this a joint operation with independent Florida state investigations and the Florida Bureau of Investigations, and must grab from the feds and rip from the feds the authority to charge, interview, observe, scan, scrape Ryan Ralph, social media, texts, signal chats, Telegram chats, whatever. His entire phone is going to be a treasure trove of who he was operating with, what he was saying to them, how he knew where President Trump was that day.
Right. Come on now.
What his digital assassination attempt of Donald Trump at Trump International Golf Club. People deserve the truth. You see that?
The truth, not a FBI cover-up.
See what we did together? People deserve the truth about the would-be assassin and how he was able to get within 500 yards as president and current GOP nominee.
500 yards.
Attorney General Ashley Moody still silent on this, so we look forward to that, and we are going to be muscularly driving for the Attorney General of the state gating. I
And
want to make this
then,
very clear. Okay, all right, got it.
wait a minute. I need to find.
And we want to encourage correctly the purpose.
Look, Donald Trump, y'all.
Here, you pop it up.
With
Both
02.
assassins have very strange and very murky ties to overseas interest groups, let's just call them. For lack of being able to really properly pin this down. This man, here's Ryan Routh here, appeared in an Azov battalion propaganda video in May 2022. That's strange.
Was
How is this American citizen appearing in Azov battalion propaganda? This man was completely and totally radicalized by the Ukraine war. He spent what seems to be the last bits of his free life, because I don't believe this man will ever see the light of day again, not in the state, not being prosecuted in a state like Florida. He will die in prison. And he's sick. He's 58 already. You can see here Thomas Crooks in a BlackRock ad. What the hell is this?
What's going on? What the hell is BlackRock?
Are there really that many coincidences? According to the feds, because we have to just depend on them because they're the ones who have Thomas Crooks's devices. Thomas Crooks completely disappeared off the map. Nobody's interviewed his parents. Nobody asked his parents about this. His parents are still like wandering around the town. Nobody's like sat them down for an interview. Nobody's asked anyone like, what the hell's wrong? Why? How'd your kid try and kill Trump? How does he have bombs on him? Where do you get the money to do this? And I asked the same question on Ryan Routh.
We know.
Well, it defies any moderate level of common sense. Because we do this professionally for a living. We know everything. We're on the advance.
And again, like, where are they getting these AK-47s from?
Like, telling us where Trump's going to be months from now. If they have stuff booked. Inviting us to go. We get the most sophisticated external internals that we possibly can. What Trump's doing and where he is. We're also extremely online, which means that when Donald Trump makes movements and they're public, you tend to know. Because he has 100 different criminal offenses, including one for, and I kid you not, possession of a weapon of mass destruction.
Wow.
Possession of a weapon of mass... What weapon of mass destruction did he possess?
Right.
How was he able to purchase a firearm?
Of mass destruction.
Who paid for that firearm?
Yeah, we know how.
This guy lives in Hawaii.
The most expensive state in the country.
Travel from Hawaii to Florida to D.C. to Ukraine. You can see him all over the place. Here's a photo of him in Ukraine. Here's a photo of him in D.C. He's dressed pretty nicely.
Yeah,
he's going to
meetings.
These
clothes.
These are expensive trips. We as a company have to think through how we utilize our resources to get our teams to these places when we want to do documentaries and things.
Right. Okay, y'all, my phone died, so I'm about to end this. But yeah, in the morning, the U.S. Attorney of New York said USA Damian Williams earlier this evening, federal agent arrested Sean Combs based on a sealed indictment filed by the SDNY. We expect to move to unseal the indictment in the morning, and we will have more to say at that time. So in the morning, I'm going to have more details for y'all on P. Diddy being arrested tonight. Breaking news. Arrested.
More this throughout the night. Tell you about Sean P. Diddy Combs. Breaking news to tell you about Sean P. Diddy Combs has been arrested, according to TMZ. According to the New York Times, he was indicted in New York by a federal grand jury and was just taken into custody in Manhattan. As we know, he's been the subject of an investigation for some time now, Marla.
Fox 11 was first on the scene, in fact, in March. Here's that shot from Sky Fox when federal agents raided his Holmby Hills. So this is connected to that raid. There was also a raid of his property in Miami. His team tonight, his attorney putting out a statement saying, quote, he is the imperfect person but is not criminal, and goes on.
Breaking news to tell you, Sean Combs.
So yeah, y'all. See y'all in the morning.
TMZ, according to the New York Times, he was indicted in New York by
Catch the replay and hit the like button.
And was just
Thank
taken
you.
into custody